and welcome to Revsportz. This is another show. Joining me today is Snehasis Mukherjee, and we are here to discuss the 100 with all of you. Now, today was a double-header day. It was a Wednesday, so there were two matches. First one between Welsh Fire and Manchester Supergiants, and the second one between Birmingham Phoenix and Trent Rockets. So we are here to discuss both the matches, but let us start with Manchester Supergiants. Snehasis, if you look at the scorecard, if you look at Manchester Giants batting order, 85 for 9 in those 100 balls that they played. Smriti Mandhana started well, scored 15 runs, but then it was a run out and she had to leave. I mean, she was dismissed through a run out. And then if you look at the scorecard, you have Meg Lanning, you have Maddie Villiers, and you have the other players. None of them could really go out there and score. That is what the scorecard tells us. So my first question to you is overall batting assessment, if I have to ask you, what are your thoughts?
I think they had a wrong approach when it comes to their batting in today's game. If you ask me, obviously Smriti scored those one, but she was also struggling, and I think one part that played a key role because if you see the way those wickets fall, the first three wickets which Ulla Pendergrass took for Welsh Fire, when those three wickets fall early, Smriti Mandhana was stuck at the other end for a long time. She couldn't get those strike. So I think that kind of I think hampered has her momentum as well because she got a good start. She scored those 8 or 9 runs very quickly. I think in the first 5 or 6 ball only. But after that, for quite a long time, she was not being able to get those strike back. And when she got, I think eventually she got out again. If you remember, Shourjyani, I mentioned that thing in the previous one of the previous shows that last two dismissals she got out to left arm spinner. Even today against Smalley, she was struggling, and the run out
Yes.
obviously she got out in a run. It was a run out dismissal, no doubt about that. But the ball hit her stump, hit her pads the way it was a plum LBW. Otherwise, if it was not a run out, it was a plum LBW and she would have been given out, no doubt about that. So the problem against left arm spinners has again somehow come up. So I think that is a little bit concerning. But overall, as a batting unit, I think they had a very wrong approach to. I think it was a very one-dimensional approach. Every batters were, came and they went with the same kind of a plan that we have to go 25, 30 balls to give that good start to the team. That and the following batters, but they need to play their shot. At that wicket, the way bowlers were bowling, bowlers were superb, especially Ola Prendergast with the new ball and others as well.
Those four
And
wickets that
considering
she
the
took.
pitch as well, yes. And considering the pitch as well, I think they should have changed their approach a bit and that could have helped them. But overall, it was a wrong approach and it's a big loss for them because if you see now the points table, other teams are also picking up when it comes to points and it is high time to maintain that momentum. So it's a wrong time to lose that momentum for Super Giants. Hopefully, they can make a comeback in the next game.
Very true, Ashish. And you've mentioned the word comeback. Now, Richa Ghosh. Richa Ghosh has definitely stepped up for the national team and the franchisees that she's playing for. However, this 100 tells a different story. I mean, if you look at Richa Ghosh's performance, somewhere or the other, do you think that the spark is missing? Now, this is based on my assumption. What are your thoughts, Ashish?
Yes, yeah, I think it's been a disappointing campaign, no doubt about that. The numbers are clear in front of everyone. I think no one will deny that it has been a disappointing campaign for Richa, especially with the bat. Again, I am saying with the gloves as a wicketkeeper, I think she has been decent enough. She has come up with some good saves, good catches as well behind the stumps. The positioning has been good enough. But when it comes to batting, I think she has struggled. Today again, she had the opportunity. I am not asking her to come out and play a outrageous 60 run knock out of 15, 20 balls. That cannot happen. The condition was different. The pitch was different, but it was an opportunity for her to be there till the end and score as many as runs possible, right? To give those extra 20, 30 runs to that total. But again, she failed. It was again just struggling. She struggled quite a lot. But one thing also that didn't go well for me today, I think again, when she was sent out to bat, I think she could have or should have sent a little bit earlier. I don't know why she sent. I'm forgetting. Maybe at number 6 or number 7 she came out to bat if I'm not wrong.
Yes, yes,
So I
yes,
think
true.
yeah. So it was very surprising to see the kind of a plan that Manchester Super Giants came up regarding Richa's batting
And then,
position.
if I'm not wrong, in the previous match, I think she came in to bat at number 3 or number 4, if I'm not
Yes,
wrong.
yes,
That's
yes,
what I can
yes,
recall.
yes. You are absolutely correct. She generally batted at number four, and even one knock, one innings she batted at number three as well. I think that should be her position. Number four, maximum number five. Below that, I think it's a waste, especially in this format, like in a 100 ball format. So it was very surprising to see the kind of approach Manchester Super Giants took today. But overall, despite this approach and everything, I think overall it has been a very disappointing campaign, and it continues as of now.
True. But Sneha, I mean, the bowlers also did a good job. They restricted, I mean, the way they were taking wickets, because at the end, I think Welsh Fire were 7 wickets down when they chased the
Yes.
total. So I think that the bowlers from Manchester Super Giants were doing a good job. First things first, Sophie Eccleston, she's always stood up for her team, and today also she came in and took those crucial 3 wickets. Your thoughts?
Yes, I think again, a good thing that Meg Lanning continued with that power play role of Sophia Kirsten. Yes, maybe today in the power play she was not that good enough, but I think as the match progressed, I think she again showed her consistency and picked up those 3 wickets as you mentioned. And I think again, as you mentioned, that not only Sophia Kirsten, I think as a unit they bowled pretty well. I think that is the biggest positive for them. Despite having that kind of a low total on the board, the way they took the game to the last phase, and I think that is the biggest positive. And in that sense, along with the bowling, I will give credit to Meg Lanning as well for the captaincy that she did. I think she was brilliant. The fielding setup, some unique field placement that gave her reward, and especially the bowling changes and using Catherine Bryce, the bowler, at the back end of the innings. I think she bowled brilliantly. She started brilliantly. She gave those breakthroughs as well, and that kept the game alive for them for quite a long time. So I think Meg Lanning had a good time as a skipper today. Unfortunately, with the bat, she failed, and it was a dream delivery from Pendergrass. I think the ball just outside of the off stump and it nipped in and hit the top of the off. I think most of the batters failed to judge that, and it happened with someone like Meg Lanning as well. I think it was a top delivery, no doubt. But overall, as a captain, I think she was brilliant. She changed her bowling options brilliantly, and good for the bowling unit that they also performed as a unit. As a unit, they performed very well. So I think that's the biggest positive for them going into the next game. But as a batting unit, I think they need to come up with a better approach.
Oh, and Ashish, the second match was between Birmingham Phoenix and Trent Rockets. Now, I had predicted that both the teams would be playing the finals, and it was their clash. So it's a win-win situation for me. So now the second match was between Birmingham Phoenix and Trent Rockets. Now, a team that I had predicted would play the finals against each other. It's a win-win situation for me, Snehasis. But moving on, Trent Rockets, they have won today's match. Sophia Dunkley, we have to talk about her because I think consecutively, constantly, she has been scoring and she's been stepping up for her team. You and I, we've had this discussion multiple times. But Snehashish, your thoughts on the performance of Sophia Dunkley today?
I think it's excellent. I am frankly saying I didn't expect this kind of a form from Sophia Dunkley. I think the last 3 games, the way she has batted, I think it has been brilliant. 3 back-to-back Player of the Match awards, 3 back-to-back 50s, and see 4 consecutive wins for Trent Rockets, and they are now the top at the top position. Now they have the better run rate compared to Southern Brave as well. So excellent run for the team, excellent run for the Sophia Dunkley. And also after this knock, she is now leading run scorer in the history of the tournament. In the history of the women's 100, now she is the leading run scorer. She has surpassed Nat Brandt, her England and obviously Trent Rocket teammate as well. So I think excellent. I think this is what Trent Rockets fan will hope that this consistency continues. And what she mentioned in the post-match discussion, that somehow she is getting that freedom and that is helping her to go out there and play her shots and scoring those runs. She has been enjoying that, and all we can hope also that more good knocks we can see from her. But again, I am frankly saying I didn't expect this kind of a form. So kudos to her the way she has batted so far.
True. Snehashish, now that we're talking about the Trent Rockets, we also have to talk about Samantha Bates and Georgia Elvis because both of them really, they complemented each other very well. Your thoughts on their performance tonight?
See, I think their base bowler was Kim Gard today. I think Kim Gat picked
Absolutely.
4 wickets.
My
If
next
we
question would be
yeah.
about Kim Rath. Sure.
Yeah. Kim Gat took 4 wickets. I think Kim Gat was brilliant, especially with the at the back end of the innings. I think she had a good day. So again, I think just like the Manchester Super Giants bowler, though they ended up losing the match, I think as a unit, the Trent Rockets bowlers are doing well. I think I have to give credit to someone like I think Catherine Shiba Brandt. I think she has been doing a fantastic job. If you see the way she has been working with the options that Trent Rockets have as bowlers, I think we are seeing that the performances are quite evident to that. So I think excellent as a unit and see. I think we both know that whenever a team do well in a tournament, it's always the bowling unit have to do well. If your bowlers are doing consistently the job for you, it's very easy for you to do well in a tournament, in any franchise tournament, be it 100, be it in a T20 format. So I think that is their main success mantra so far. The bowling unit doing their job, the openers getting done. Though Beth Mooney is struggling, but see someone like Sophia Dunkley scoring runs and others batters are chipping with that. So overall, a great run for the team, and hopefully they can continue.
Absolutely. And my next question would be about Kim Rath, but you've already answered it. So on that note, I'm closing today's show. We will be back once again tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I think today only we'll be
Yes.
back discussing the next match. So till then, please keep an eye on Revsportz. Thank you so much for watching.